Welcome to ThawBall. College football week 2, and we're in the swing of it. Top 10 matchup. Texas travels to Alabama. Let's see what all happened on the gridiron.
Texas back in Bama territory. Ewers from the pocket. Now he'll loft one downfield. A ton of air running underneath it. Worthy's got it for a touchdown.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Quinn Ewers finds Xavier Worthy. 44 yards. Texas on top. Alabama would roll. Tied right back into it. Jalen Milroe drops back. He finds the nightmare before Christmas. Jermaine Burton, 49 yards. Bama back on top. Milroe was a mixed bag in this one, though, after Texas scored to go ahead.
Right into the hands of the Longhorns. Intercepted by Jaron Thompson. His second mistake. He steps out inside the 10. That is a disastrous play for Milroe, his second pick tonight.
And then hook 'em horns. Pour it on. Quinn Ewers, Saints Barukas, finds Adonai Mitchell. Texas wins their first road win over a top 3 team since 1969, and that's just Alabama's second home loss in their last 54 games. We head to the most electric team in college football, Coach Prime.
Sanders winding up. He's got him in. Touchdown. Tarvaris Dawson.
And Shador Sanders started getting silly with him. Travis Hunter, watch him go in the open field, making guys run into each other. Hunter finding his next prey.
What a move from Hunter after the completion. How about the athleticism of Hunter? Played basically every snap so far of the first half.
Buffs 13-0 at halftime. Second half, more of the same. Shador, for sure. He finds Hunter again.
Down the field. And caught by Travis Hunter. Second down and 8 at the 36. Here's a handoff. Edwards. Dylan Edwards. And look at the little guy go.
The Colorado Buffs are just a highlight reel. Shador playing like he's in the backyard, making people miss. He throws for 393, 2 touchdowns, and this didn't count. But what a spectacular effort. Buffs win. Shador hits him with the primetime shuffle. The story of the day quickly became the Pac-12. Came into the day undefeated, and they might be leaving, but for today at least, the Pac is back. Quack attack. Bo Nix, Troy Franklin, 72 yards.
Told everyone last week after the Wyoming game the loss was on him. He's under pressure again. Oh, and the ball is punched out on the pressure. Shuck going back after it. Still hasn't recovered it. And Oregon has jumped on it.
And both teams kept making crucial mistakes in bad places. First, Texas Tech fumble in the red zone. Then, Oregon block punt deep in their own territory. Next play, Tyler Shaw throws it right to the Oregon defender. Bad pick.
The transfer from Austin Peay, Trey McCray with the catch. And here's Shuck. And he fakes to the sideline and throws deep. Down the right sideline, touchdown, Teron Bradley.
Shaw would keep fighting. He finds Teron Bradley for the touchdown here. Tuck on top in Lubbock. Bo Nix would lead the Ducks back down for the touchdown. And then the defense stands up. 4th and 2. Critical stop. And then for teams known for their offenses, the defenses kept stepping up. Tip drill. Pick. Oh no, but it was reviewed and ruled incomplete. Oregon would score on a field goal to take the lead. And I don't know about that questionable call.
Hanging on to the timeout in the hurry-up. 47 seconds left. Second down, pressure, and it's intercepted! It is intercepted by Jeffrey Bossa, and he's going to return it for a pick 6.
Quack, 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 quack. Pick 6 for the Ducks, and some really had an eye on that one as the Ducks go into Lubbock and win 38-30. Last week, Baylor lost to Texas State as 28-point favorites, while Utah crushed Florida at home. So naturally, Baylor was dominant this week until Kyle Whittingham made a quarterback change. Fourth quarter, Nate Johnson leads the Utes on an 88-15 play drive to tie it up under 2 minutes left. Then the Utes defense was tough. The Adventures of Huck Finn, they pick off Sawyer Robertson. They're going in for the win. And then Baylor just ran out of fight.
He must like the right hash. Standing on his feet though is Glover. He's killing time and gets in the end zone.
Utes score 14 points in the last 3 minutes, and they win 20-13. And it might be the end, but for now, the Pack is back.
For us, because we need clarity on these issues.
And look at the animals at the zoo. Wazoo, strip sack, touchdown. They beat Wisconsin 31-22 in Pullman. So the Pac-12 still undefeated, but someone would have to lose the conference opener. And let me give you a hint. It wasn't the team with Caleb Williams.
He may get there. It is touchdown.
And the most electric offense in college football resides in the city of stars. Come on, baby, light my fire. True freshman, Zachariah Branch.
Wow. How about a grapevine or a branch for you? Flag down, touchdown.
And while Shedeur Sanders is putting the nation on notice, Caleb Williams still wears that cape. Look at him evade pressure, buy time, throws on the move. What a play from the defending Heisman winner. And then he showcases his pocket presence and accuracy. Deep ball, Brendan Rice.
Deep young man, and one out. Touchdown, Brendan Rice.
The Trojans put up 49 in the first half, and they destroy the Cardinal, 56-10. The Pac-12 was 17-0 as a conference at one point on Saturday. Even Arizona trying to get it into the fun. They said, we need more cowbell in Starkville. Terrara McMillan, touchdown, ties it up, fourth quarter. We would go to overtime, and Mississippi State looked to pull it out. This is Jeffrey Pittman bouncing off defenders, 29 yards, State up a touchdown.
Pressure up the middle. Delore having to backpedal. Now hangs a U-turn. Still scrambling. And on the run up the sideline, he stays on his feet.
On 4th and 10, Jaden Delore with the incredible effort, but he's ruled just short, and the Pack finally loses a game. And later in the day, the losing streak would continue as Oklahoma State took care of Arizona State 27-15, and Auburn beat Cal in San Francisco 14-10. Next, we had a pair of in-state rivalries, and throw out the record books when these two teams play. O'Marion, Hampton, 68 yards to the house. North Carolina won the matchup 63-61 last year, and we had another thriller on our hands today. App State goes back on top. We would take this to overtime. O'Marion Hampton got an icebox where his heart used to be. He goes 26 carries, 234 yards, 3 touchdowns, double overtime. Drake May walks it in.
Here's the shotgun snap to Aguilar. Drops back. Pressure coming. Aguilar floats it up. Incomplete. No flags. Head on back up the mountain. Carolina wins it in double overtime.
Another throw out the record books game. Rice Houston for the Battle of Houston. And it's JT Daniels. He finds Luke McCaffrey, brother of Christian. He can also catch it with one hand. And then it was the 6-year senior, JT Daniels, from USC, via Georgia, then West Virginia, now at Rice, as the Owls go up 28-0. But the Cougars would come all the way back, 21 unanswered in the fourth quarter. This is Samuel Brown, 139 yards, reversing field, spinning on him. And in overtime, Houston, 35 unanswered. They're up. But Rice was just too nice. They scored to force double OT. then go for 2 in the second session. Houston can't convert their 2-point conversion, and Rice takes home the Bayou bucket, 43-41. The Fighting Irish traveled to Raleigh to take on the Wolfpack, and it's Audric Estime, 80 yards.
Playing a big hitter right out of the break. Audric Estime's going to go the distance. An 80-yard touchdown.
Later, Sam Hartman would find Holden Stays, who stays in bounds. Hartman would throw for 4 touchdowns. Irish roll, 45-24. The U took on Texas A&M, and Tyler Van Dyke was throwing dimes to cut into the A&M lead. Miami would take the lead, and then they would pad it.
George Smith on the return for the Canes. Catches a seam. Here goes Smith. Would you look at what we got going on in Hard Rock, folks? How about it?
And then Van Dyke kept it going. He finds Jacoby George. That's George's 3rd touchdown on the day. Van Dyke throws for 5 touchdowns. First player in Miami history to throw for 5 touchdowns against an AP top 25 team. The jury is still out on Ohio State's Kyle McCord, but it's easier when you have Marvin Harrison Jr., 71 yards to the house.
McCord, time, taking a chance, end zone open, that is caught, touchdown! Marvin Harrison Jr. for the 2nd time today.
Harrison goes 7 for 160 and 2 tutties as the Buckeyes win 35-7. And the Buckeyes rivals Michigan won by the same score. J.J. McCarthy to the heir of the empire, Roman Wilson. That's Wilson's 5th touchdown on the season already. And go blue, Michigan wins. We are Penn State. The Nittany Lions had no offensive touchdowns outside of 6 yards, but they still scored 8 on the day. That's Nicholas Singleton with a first half hat trick. And Drew Aller was good again, going 22 of 26. But this is backup Bo Prabula. He goes in for 6 after that run. Penn State wins 63-7. Ole Miss traveled to Tulane for a top 25 matchup. And this is Kai Horton to Jaquan Jackson, 41 yards. Green wave on top, 17-7.
They're going to try to pick it up on 4th and 4. Pressure in Dart's face. Gets away. Falls downfield. Caught at the 5 by Trigg. Into the end zone for the touchdown.
Making plays and throwing darts. Jackson Dart would put the Rebels back on top late in the 4th quarter. Then they would scoop and score and win 37-20. Oh. Mike Norvell and Jordan Travis have the Seminoles offense rolling early in the season. Travis traversing field, picks up the first on 4th and 10.
Travis on 3rd and long. Got time. Flings one. Caught by Coleman. His 2nd catch. Down the sideline as he avoids the tackle. Hurdles a defender. And taken down inside the 5. A 34-yard gain.
Keon Coleman with the hurdle. Florida State wins 66-13. Thanks for watching ThawBall NFL Sunday. Coming at you tomorrow.